Thank you, Simpiwe. And absolutely, we cannot overstate the importance of human rights and upholding those. You know, I just look around at some of the flags that I've been trying to read here. This two in front of me, for example, the one says the Constitution says that no one may be unfairly discriminated against directly or indirectly on the basis of language and birth. Then there's another one just behind my guest that says the Constitution says that no one may be unfairly discriminated against directly or indirectly on the basis of disability. And so it goes. You know, this place will be littered, of course, with all of these flag posts and sayings that are basically taken from the Constitution, some excerpts from it. And I think that's a nice segue into our next discussion, because we are going to talk about that very Constitution in the realm of human rights. So our next guest is Advocate Simon Mahlangu. He's the Senior State Law Advisor. Advocate Mahlangu, thanks so much for stopping by to speak to us this morning. And the thing I want to talk to you about is an upcoming conference, and this is the National Conference on the Constitution. So tell us more about that. When is it going to happen, and what exactly are you envisaging to unfold there?
Good morning, Sakina, and the viewers at home. We, the Department of Justice and Constitutional Development, led by Minister Ronald Lamola, he's the custodian of the Constitution. He's the main person behind the promotion, implementation, as well as ensuring that the Constitution is implemented and adhered to by all of us South Africans. So, as the Department of Justice, having entered into the 26th year of this Constitution, since it came into effect on the 4th of April 1997, we thought it would be good for all of us, take the nation, take the entire country, and say, can we look back and say, over these past 25 years, what have we achieved? Have we understood, firstly, the Constitution? Have we understood the values and the principles that are espoused by the Constitution? Secondly, also then to reflect, based on our understanding, if have we properly implemented and adhered to the principles and the values of this Constitution. In doing that, this we consider as a start, and we are hosting a conference to discuss precisely that. Our conference is starting on the 22nd and it ends on the 24th of March this year. It's a 3-day conference to be held at the Galaka Convention Center. The main idea is to initiate a necessary conversation around this Constitution, having it ran for about 25 years, to say, have we implemented it? Have we understood it? And now looking back, what have been the challenges that we've been faced with, and how have we dealt with those challenges, the persisting challenges and the new upcoming challenges? Do we still believe that this Constitution is the document that will be able to pull us through all these challenges? And do we have the correct caliber or at leadership level in all spheres of life that understand and have a desire, energy, and a will to live up to the standards that are set by this Constitution?
South Africans at the moment are a very skeptical bunch of people for obvious reasons, and you know, some of it is really truly justifiable. But if we look to this upcoming conference, and as you just outlined for us what the objective of it is, who will be engaging in those discussions?
Sakina, we are drawing our participants and our stakeholders from the entire nation. It will be from the leadership, which is in government, from the legislature, from the judiciary, from the executive, and we also draw from civil society, which are the people that are coming from communities directly, who would be able then to address issues, who will be able to expand on the perceptions and the experience of the South Africans on the importance and how we have implemented this Constitution. When I say how have we implemented, I refer to the 3 tiers of government, the 3 organs of state, being the legislature, judiciary, and the executive. Also then to our leadership from the executive throughout the three spheres of government as to how have we implemented this constitution. Also supported then by South Africans, because constitution requires all of us to put our hands on the deck to achieve its main objectives and a better life for all.
And I'm glad you say that, because it is, after all, a living document, and one that every single South African who is bound by it should buy into it. So how are you going to engage ordinary South Africans in this process?
Perhaps before I answer that question, can I start by acknowledging that we all know that this constitution is a compromise document. Those that were around when it was adopted, they may recall the circumstances, and the question for me firstly would be, having the past 25 years, having understood the constitution, do we really still believe that it is the document that will take us where we want to be? That would be my question. Then second, then coming to your question, if we really understand it, is it the document that the new generation that were born around the same time when this constitution came into effect, who are now adults in their own rights, what is their view towards this constitution? Do they really understand it? Do they find it being still a solution to the issues that they are faced with on a daily basis? Or do they have different views? Then this initiative for us, it's a first of its kind, and it's a start for many that we are going to unfold going forward. We need to be having discussions in the entire nation, in smaller groupings, larger groupings, and big groupings, to say, what are the South Africans' views on this constitution? What are the ideas that they have on this constitution? And where possible, if they have got better ideas that we could not infuse then, perhaps it might call upon all of us to reflect and say, is it not about time that we look into the constitution and say, can we then incorporate new ideas that would take this country where the nation wants to be?
And I think this is particularly exciting, because it is always good to reflect. And as you say, circumstances then as compared to circumstances now are very different. And also
Precisely.
the people to whom this constitution needs to speak, a whole new generation of people. There were people who, as you rightly point out, are now adults. When this constitution was adopted, they were born at that time. So they are now fully fledged adults in own right. So I'm excited about this. Just a quick reminder again, when is it taking place?
It's taking place from the 22nd of March, and it ends on the 24th March, which will be on a Friday. But then, like I said, it is a start of many discussions that we seek to engage South Africa on.
And I'm hoping that we would be able to bring that, be part of that, so that we can incorporate broader South Africa into these discussions, the upcoming national conference on the Constitution. So looking forward to that one. And with that, it's time for news headlines. So let me hand you back to Simpiwe in studio.
Thank you, Sakina.